Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pearls of Wisdom. I have a card reading for you today. I was really curious what's going on because I get a lot of information about many things that are coming and that are happening. And I really wanted to know from my own oracle, not just from the input of other people, what is happening. And I really would like to encourage you to also research things and not just believe what I'm saying. This is the perspective from the Dakini Oracle that I use, and to make it a bit more easier so you can see better, I will share the screen for you now. I was asking the cards about the time now, what we have to focus on. And this is what I got. First, I was drawing two cards for that question now, and I got temptation and solar return. So you see that there is the head of a snake with the tongue, and there is an apple at the bottom and one at the top. And this is like you have to make a decision. This is a card of that we need to make a decision now. Maybe it's kind of the really last chance decision on which timeline we will move on. Two apples that look from the outside exactly the same, but very often things that look at the outside the same are not really the same, and the clarification comes here in the solar return. The clarification here is it signifies that we are ending a cycle, and that is a big cycle. And you all know about what we talk about, this 25,920 years, like close to 26,000 years solar cycle. And we have already moved beyond the point where the cycle was finished. But since we have not had a destruction like in other times, the first time the consciousness level of humanity has moved beyond that, the planet, or that the planet was never destroyed, but everything on the planet was destroyed and humanity more or less started from the scratch. So this is not happening, but still what we need to do now is we have to look back. We have to come to that point of reverence so we can integrate the oppositions. We can integrate and balance and stabilize our relationship between microcosmos and macrocosmos. This is something what a lot of people don't understand. Oh, what can I make a difference? You make a big difference. First of all, you make the difference about your personal life. You decide where you're going. And actually, Cryon has talked a lot about that. I don't know if you know about channelings of Cryon, but I would like to recommend them. It's not a he, it's more or less a collective of angelic beings that are talking to us. And they use the name Cryon, and the channel is Carol Lee. So you can find them easily. There's a lot of many different videos out there. So what is happening is right now, if we are not balanced in the relationship between micro and macrocosmos, means that this harmony will bring us down into a lower timeline. Now, if we want to ascend with the whole, if we want to move beyond the negativity, the slavery, all this, what happened in those many thousand years that we have ruled by what we could call the cabal, which is the cult of Baal. I just had a friend reminding me of that recently. And it is so clearly, when you look into the word, it's already there. You know about spelling and the word and all that, what is already there. I talk a lot about that too. So listen into the words that you say, and especially the I am. The I am statement is the cosmic manifestation. So when you say I am this or that, that's what you create. So be careful that you don't say I'm sick, I'm tired, I'm whatever, because that's what you create. That is what you give your energy to. So also when you talk, when you want to manifest something, always focus on what you want and not on the negative side. So it is very important with this card now, when we are now at the last kind of step of making that decision, that we have to Go back to the roots of this lifetime. Like the roots, they are also, for example, visible in the astrology chart, the horoscope, meaning horoscope, looking into the hour when we were born. But again, remember that Western astrology is working with the star signs and combination that was actually 2000 years ago in the sky. So you won't find the accurate information there. So use another method that if you have not access to the real star constellations. So this is very important too, because if you believe, like for example, a lot of people, they are saying, I'm Cancer, I'm Leo, I'm Virgo, whatever. And they say I am this because the sun at the day or time of birth in the Western horoscope is in this sign. But in fact, very often it's not even in that sign. And the sun does not define who you are. The sun is defining the consciousness, how you conceive. The moon is how you feel, the Mercury is how you express yourself. But you are not the sun sign. We can say that the horoscope is a curriculum. It shows you what you have chosen to learn and the curriculum of your life. Simple, like if you would sign up at university, you receive a curriculum of what you're going to learn. And that's exactly what the horoscope really is. It shows the start, and it shows in that start what is there for you to experience. So the solar return wants you to go back to the root of this lifetime to figure out what really is it. Why are you here? What did you come from? Many people know it, and beside the horoscope, there are other ways how to find it out. So we need to figure out, we can maybe decipher our life path. What was, for example, coming up again and again and again? What are the mistakes we made again and again and again? And you can see that very often that you always kind of struggle with the same topic. Say, very often in these times, it's lack of self-esteem. Why is it? Why do you have lack of self-esteem? Because maybe your trust in the divine is not strong enough. Because you have been told when you were a child, you're not good enough. And um, like in the religions, when we are already, in a way, we learn that God is good. But then on the other hand, he is the father who condemn you to eternally burn in hell if you do something that doesn't please him. But remember, God is far beyond good and bad. We are here to have experience. How would you judge a child who is burning the finger because he didn't listen to you and now he burned his finger and he has pain? Now you're going to punish that child, right? And you're going to be really bad with it because it's your mistake, you didn't listen to me. I would say if you're a good mother or a good father, you don't do that. You go and you help the child and understand, okay, see, fire is something that is dangerous and you should not put your hand into it. And then the father or the mother, benevolent parents, they help with the cream or whatever they have to ease the pain. And that is what God is. Whatever mistakes you have made, this is because you missed to take something, because you did not know yet how to really take it. That means in the past time, we had a lot of negative experiences because of the brainwash, because of everything we have, the spell we have been under in all these years, that we could not move forward and not see further. So this is now the time that we look into what is it really. And you can go in a meditation, you can find it out there too. Why am I here? What I am really doing here? What is the task? What is the goal in my life? Where do I want to go? What is my real passion? And then decide to go the path of your real passion and not the path like this is the temptation card again of glamour and conveniences. Like, you know, in the city we have, for example, a lot of conveniences, a lot of things that are more easy than if you live in a more remote area, countryside. But on the other hand, when you're more close to nature, you are more close to God. Very simple. Because God is in every tree, in every flower, everywhere. You can find God much easier when you're connected to nature. The more you're living in an artificial environment, the more close you are to the artificial part that will deceive you. So the next cards I was asking, I go forward about what is happening. And I got the two cards of Phoenix and survival. Now see, when we look at the past, this is the survival card. This is like we're still here. Our world is completely polluted. But you can see here in the foreground, there are some plants. And that card indicates that even if the pollution is so bad, there is always the life force that will survive. And this life force, we have to cultivate that life force to move beyond all the pollution, to move beyond all the negativity that is still there. And especially now, coming to the surface, being more visible than ever. Many, many things that are coming to the surface, we have no idea that they exist. Just think about children. Think about what is happening exactly now also with the in Davos with the certain people up there with the World Economic Forum, what they are planning for us. That is this card about the survival. We will survive it, definitely. And we also know on a higher level that we won already, but it needs to play out. Even in a chess game, if you know that you're gonna just it takes 2 or 3 more moves, then you know you win. The other party has no chance anymore unless you make a stupid mistake. But again, here we are. Are you going to make a stupid mistake or are you going to win? That's up to you. And that is here with the phoenix, is that we arise from the ashes. We have here we can compare the pollution that is here with the ashes. But remember, before you rise, you need to burn everything what is holding you back to ashes. So again, the question is here, look at what do you still hold on? What can you not let go? What is still all the artificial stuff in your life that is important? Why can you not move on to the life that would bring you closer to the divine within, the divine who you are? Now, this is again, that is about the decision. That's what you have to do. And this is all about, when I also look at the card before, the temptation, that is like, maybe at the outside it looks the same, but I can also meditate in the city, or I can also do this here or there or whatever. But remember, one thing what is very important in the moment also is, if you are in a place that is bombarded with negative energy, then it's much, much more difficult for you to get out. The more you go into a simple lifestyle, move away from all this also Wi-Fi and electromagnetic frequencies and so on, the more easy, the more clear it becomes, the more simple your life becomes, the more time you have to focus on what is really essential. Now, I hope that reading helped you a little bit to understand what the quality of time is in the moment. And this is more or less, I asked the quality of time for this year, what is coming up, because there's a lot of stuff going on and telling us what's happening this summer. So in any case, I'm really not a pessimist, but be prepared. You know, for example, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, what I don't anymore, but I was living there earlier. We knew when the winter's coming, you have to prepare certain things that you're prepared for the winter. You have to also certain foods that you cannot have, or when I was a child, we had to gather and buy the coal, or some people have to buy the oil for their old heating that they have warm. And so again, when we know that something is happening this year and everybody talks about things are happening this year, if a big breakthrough is going to happen, we have to be ready. And that's what I wish you for now and for this year. Readiness. Be ready, be prepared, move that step forward to bring you in that situation that you are prepared. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you again next reading, which is going to be the mood reading. And I hope for you that you can find within you that spark of truth, that spark of the divine truth that can really show you very clearly what steps you have to take now to move into the right direction. Okay, see you soon again, and take care of yourself.